think I got it all over my system. Alright, sorry about that, people. Hold on, hold on. I gotta get this all. I gotta get my screen all set up again. Alright, what's up, people? Oh, goodness gracious.
I don't know it's over. They
There
still
we
think
go.
that the war hasn't ended yet. It's breaking! This is terrible.
What's happening now?
Alright, people. Sorry, what's up, everybody? Alright, I had a little bit of technical difficulties when I tried to start this stream, but I am started it now, and I'm using my headset again and the microphone on my headset. Hopefully that'll like keep the sound down a little bit so y'all can hear me. But once again, I'm back. How's everybody? How is everybody? uh, so Christmas was good. As you can see, I'm wearing my new Christmas T-shirt, Dragon Ball Z that I got from my sister, and I got some new shoes, which I in love, which I love. Wait, I need to get rid of a couple of other pairs of shoes. Now that I think about it, but still, how's everybody? Hopefully your Christmases were great, uh, just as great as mine. Boop. I am going to be playing some more uh Blue Dragon, and I'm excited. I'm happy. I watched the volume 2 of Stranger Things season 5, and I thought that was freaking great. I thought it was great, and I can't wait to the final finale on New Year's. But as it stands, I'm only going to be on for about, I don't know, I'm going to be on up until like 5 hours, until 5 o'clock or 4:30. I gotta go do some. I gotta do some work. I'm gonna. My mom's gonna let me use her car so I can go and DoorDash because I feel like I need a DoorDash. I need to pay off one last thing before New Year's begins. But luckily, I have gotten myself out of the hole that I was in. Thanks to Christmas. Thanks to my sister's intervention. But one thing we're definitely gonna do is try to finish streaming. I know I had a little issue streaming yesterday because uh like I got maybe an hour in and then all of a sudden like the stream dropped everywhere and I didn't realize it until it was too late. So hopefully we have a little bit of a better chance this time. However, I am going to try and rectify it over the next few days because uh, basically I need to figure out a way to get like more connectivity in this house. More of a dedicated line instead of what we got going on. So, ooh, I just realized I forgot to change the title of this. Hold on. Did I have it on Notepad or WordPad? The things that I don't remember is crazy. And you're gonna see some drop frames. I'm sorry. It's just we're just gonna have to deal with it. So there we go. And there we go. Alright, I think we got it updated. Alright, so yeah, I don't know what it is, but uh ever since I gave my computer a little bit of a rest, I've been having issues with internet connectivity for like the longest. So that's half the reason why I'm just sitting here trying to like get everything all good. But now everything's good, so we're going to continue where we left off. And where we left off was I was checking out Jiro's house, I believe. And this is not Jiro's house, this is Shu's house. Never mind. Let's go back to Jiro's mansion. Man, he has a whole mansion. Let's go back and check out everything. I picked up most of everything, I believe, but
Nothing.
I gotta get those nothings, you know, those sweet little nothings.
Nothing.
Those are very important. You'll see what, like, hopefully, if I get that far in the game, like, I should be getting close to it. But if I'm able to make it to Jabral, you will
Nothing.
understand what's going on.
Cold.
Like, as soon as I realized that the stream was like yesterday, as soon as I figured out the stream was down in multiple places, I decided I was going to just stop where I was, save, and you know, continue this adventure with you guys. You know, so that's the reason why I can still like search certain places.
Nothing.
So yeah, because this is a team effort. You know.
Nothing.
I want y'all to keep me honest. You know.
Cold. Nothing. Cold. Cold.
You know.
Item. Gold. Item.
Okay, maybe not keep me honest, but you know what I mean. Like, really keep me motivated to continue this journey into
Gold. Nothing.
eternity.
Join.
Man, they're fancy compared to him.
Join. Gold.
Karyunta, thanks for joining the live for a little bit. I don't know. How does everybody do these TikTok lives that they love to do? You know?
Gold.
Like, how do you get on TikTok live and just sit there and be like, hey, like, there are a couple, like, I'm not trying to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, judge anybody for their TikTok lives, but, I mean, look at me. I'm just playing a game. But I'll see, like, I'll be scrolling through TikTok. I'll see people doing lives, and all they're doing is just reading off of certain things. Like, cool.
Nothing.
Like, I didn't understand the whole point of, those NPC lives. That made no sense to me.
Item.
like you react to people gifting you, and you just soak up a whole bunch of money. I thought that was. You're not gonna catch me doing that. Is what I'm saying. Okay, no offense. Maybe it wasn't for me. But for me, I like to do something. I like for people to see me doing something, and if they want to, if they want to gift me for like how well I'm doing a certain thing, hey, cool. Even better. Cluke's house. Can I put her in the lead status? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put her in the lead status. That's what I should have did for Jira.
Nothing.
But she should be able to go into her own house. You know what I mean? Anyways, if anybody's out there watching the stream, tell me, how is my audio?
Join. Nothing. Nothing. Fold. 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 Fold.
Less than personal if I got Cluke examining her own house.
Fold.
And she is in this house by herself?
Fold.
What, she's like 13, 14, 15?
Item.
Ooh, what is that ancient phonograph thing? There we go. That's better. But, doom and gloom.
Nothing.
So I will say this. There's another game I really want to play through again. And that is Enchanted Arms. I was watching a YouTube video last night after I finished watching the Volume 2 of Stranger Things, Season 5. And they basically went through, it was basically going through the entire story of Enchanted Arms. Of course, I fell asleep halfway through it because I was tired.
Nothing.
Tired. Why does it keep switching the hue? Anyways. But yeah, I was going through that. And I was already thinking about Enchanted Arms. Getting Enchanted Arms again. After getting this Xbox 360. But just thinking about it. Cluke is right there.
Join.
And she's just gonna read through her diary like that? That's just messed up.
Playable.
Don't you think? Like,
Fold.
she's right there watching him read it. I know in other games. Like, I know, like in Super Mario RPG. Princess Stosu or Daisy, she was just like, oh no. No.
Item.
Why are you reading why are you going through my things? You should be going through my things. Alright. Now that's no longer a thing.
Fold.
We just gonna
Fold.
we need to do some SP farming before we continue on, so to speak, because pretty sure the berry is gonna get destroyed right here. Purple skeleton, let's get you done, folks. Oh yeah, and by the way, hey cuz, I know I saw your if you're still watching, I saw your uh last comment before I got off. Don't think I didn't. I just, like I said, I was having technical issues. For some odd reason, my capture card just wasn't performing as it should. I need that. Where you at? I think I know why I keep getting long. Woo. Oh, I know what I can do. I can use Sheena sword. This goes and got hit hard, didn't it? 1 SP and then we got that skill unlocked for Jira. Rolling it back! Not that strong, are you? Getting decked by us like it's nothing. Oh, poison. Alright. New skill. Alright, let's do this. Because he needs to, like, learn all he can. He needs to be our reigning champion. We'll worry about double item later. Right now, let's do some. Oh my god. What is that? He got me with the back attack. Oh, dang. Ow. Thank goodness it countered with a critical. Hit him with that shine sword. Hit with that power attack. And we're going to hit you with that hot stuff. I was going to go past them. Well, you know what? We also got Sure. How you feel about that? You got stunned. Now get burned. Roasted bones is on the menu. All those sweet nothings. Sweet, sweet nothings.
Gold. Nothing. Nothing. Gold.
Alright.
Gold.
Thanks for that 2-pointer. It's broke. Not useful. We really did put some effort into that. It's broke, but not useful. We'll give Maru some. Oh, wobbly, wobbly. It broke, but it was useful.
Gold. Nothing. Gold. Gold. Nothing. 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 Gold.
I want my nothings. What can I say? Day. Day. Nope. Nope. Just. Just now. Alright.
Nothing. Gold. Nothing. Nothing. Gold. Gold. Nothing. Nothing.
Hey, gotta make sure I check everything.
Item.
I know this is like the slow burn about this game.
Gold.
That you want to check everything.
Gold.
I mean, I know I could probably come back later, but you know.
Nothing. Gold. Gold. Item. Gold.
But you see, we get some really good items by checking everything. You know. Money.
Gold.
Nothings.
Gold. Item. Gold. 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 Nothing. Metal. Metal.
And my metal game is getting back up again.
Gold. Gold. Nothing. Gold. 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 Gold.
Okay, this is where everybody was at the start of the game.
Gold.
When they were wondering what she was doing.
Gold.
What's up, Tyler? I guess you were in and out.
Cold. Nothing. Cold.
See, I feel like more people like watching people play Fortnite than anything, which I understand. Fortnite's a very popular game.
Nothing.
I have nothing against people who play Fortnite. Fortnite is a good game. To some. I am not a fan, but I get y'all for wanting to play such a good game. However, I am not a Fortnite fan. I do not play it. I'll admit, I probably don't have the skill for it. I could probably get the skill for it, but I just don't. It's just not my cup of tea. Not my cuppa.
Nothing. Cold.
I'm surprised I didn't check those. Alright, so we've done enough walking around to heal up my boy, but we're just gonna heal him up some more with some magical medicine. Because we got some fighting to do. We got an optional boss. They say it's an optional boss, but I call it just a normal boss. Because, you know, I want him to be burned alive. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shine these fools. So for this battle and this battle alone, I might give her White Mage. Just so she can, you know, successfully just knock people down. Give her that steel, and we're also gonna give her security. We'll have him keep what he's got on. Because technically I don't need regenerate MP. For this fight. Uh-huh. I'll give him that. Alright. That's how we're gonna handle this.
Cold. Nothing. Item.
Got that field barrier up.
Never.
They're going up on a Tuesday.
Cold. Cold. Nothing. Item. Cold. Nothing. Cold. Cold. Nothing. Cold.
If only we could. If only we could. Let me check. So the stream's going good so far. We have no turn off. Always got to double check. Make sure the stream is good. Alright. How we doing on TikTok? Alright. What I should do is just go full no guide.
Item. Gold.
And I'll do that at some point.
Nothing.
Did I already get 2 parts of a broken engine? Part of it of internal engine, broken internal engine. Gotcha. Let's do this.
Nothing.
Alright.
Nothing.
It's about time I do some action.
Checkpoint.
Let's go. What a coffin, bro? Are you sick? Tasty morsel. Okay. Alright. Alright. Defeat it. A light shining on my heart, memory of forgotten love. Wait until he brings back more. messed that one up. Okay. Bearing down damage. Alright, let's try to see if we can actually get a hit on him. Yeah, we can finally get hits on him. Oh, he was easy. And I call it optional boss. New skill, level 3. Yeah. Alright, we'll put her back to Black Mage. Skill, okay. And negotiate. It's a good thing I put negotiate in there, because she gonna need to negotiate with old buddy that's in here, I think. He is in here, right? Boruto! Where are you, buddy? Oh, there you are. Okay, what happened? Hold on. Let's keep this going. There we go. Anyways, buy spells. Oh wait, hold on. Buy spells. Let's see. Is there anything I need? Negotiation is working perfectly. Heal up. Increase hit point recovery power. Nice. So that's a barrier skill. Nice. Reduces the chance of a critical hit. So barrier magic actually has more. I like it. I like it. Excuse me. And yes, let's buy some items. Definitely gonna need some more of those. Ocho. Yeah, we're gonna need 20. 17 medicines? Think that'll do right? Yeah? Okay. 7 Phoenix talents. Yeah, you should always have some restorative things. I think we're good on everything else for now. You know what? I'll get some more of these. They're only 20. 20 G's. That's not too bad. Antidote. Yeah. There we go. Nice. Even number. Even though that garlic is just messing with me. Stay at the end. Yes. I'm so glad I put some levels into some ranks into assassin. in regards to Cluke. Ooh, that saved me so much money. Ah, no. Thanks, bud. You hooked me up big time. Healed my wounds and MP from that last battle. Ooh, and I just got 1,500 gold. Nice. I've more than made up for. I almost made up for like the amount of money I just spent at the shop. Boo. So you just gonna stay here, bud? You're not gonna go look for the rest of the town? You're gonna hold down the fort for the town? Those flowers are blooming beautifully. Thank you for the gold.
Nothing. 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 Nothing.
All this little nothings. They're giving me life.
Item.
Examine those drawers.
Item.
Okay, let's go. Let us get on with it. Well, we know where we're going. We're heading to Jabral. Yeah, that's where we're gonna go. That's how this is gonna work. We're gonna go to Jabral. We're gonna head towards Jabral. Hopefully find the rest of our kin.
Nothing. Nothing.
The whole shebanga bang. Bangarang.
Nothing. Nether.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Nether.
Oh, what was I trying to say yesterday? Nah, I don't want to go back to that story. Although I will say this. Okay, so yeah, so ooh wee, I got some story to tell y'all. Oh well, I probably got everything from here. No, I don't know if I was telling y'all about this, but I'm still so shook and happy about this particular thing that happened.
Item.
Ordeal ring. Okay, I don't remember that. Am I just knocking on my door? Nah, I'm hearing things. Anyways, I got that. We don't need those right now. I got a deal earring. So this will increase magic defense, but his magic defense is good right now. Ordeal necklace. He probably needs it more than anybody else at this point. Yeah, he definitely needed it. Yeah, but it'll cut my defense down just by 10. He gave her the ordeal ring. I guess he can get this. No. He gonna have to go back to that. Cause he has like what, 45 magic attack? No, we gotta have him with more than that. Keeping with that is better. Giving him this is good. I think we got it. Alright, we got this. Wait, who has Ordeal necklace? Is there another Ordeal necklace? I can give him this. Yeah, I'll give him that. Fire! Let's do this. Let's rocket. Let's rock 'em, sock 'em robots. Let's relieve ourselves of this place. And if there's any more creatures who want to get up out of the sand, well, let's go ahead and farm some SP for a little bit longer. Well, I could always switch them over to barrier. Give him that skill list, white magic, and support. There we go. And the more we level up his barrier skill, the better field barrier we'll have. To the point where we can just farm SP this way. Without wasting as much MP. For every bit of walking we do to regenerate MP,
Nothing. Cold.
the more SP we'll get.
Cold. Nothing. Cold. Nothing.
And besides, I'm trying to get that, you know, this is the Xbox 360. And I should still be able to get it. So I want that, I want those achievements, okay? I feel like I'm going to make it after all. Oh boy, I missed something.
Detected.
Trying to sneak me. Person turquoise raven. Hey, what's up? Oh, live long and prosper. What's up? What's up, cuz? How you doing today? Sorry, I kind of got off for a little bit because of the fact that I was having some technical difficulties with my stream. What's the earlier stream? Modem now. Yeah, we're gonna get that last bit of wind. Hit him hard with the wind. Let the wind take you. My friends would go on VC this early in the day. Hold on.
New skill.
Distress barrier. What is this? Distress barrier. I don't know about this. Okay. Hold on. We need to know what distress barrier is. Creates a powerful barrier when you're just. Ooh, nice. That's what's up. That's what's up. No! You are not going to hurt me like that. Alright, that is where it came from, I feel like. Or that could be Mural Valley. I feel like that's where I came from earlier. Oh, were you busy yesterday? Well, I mean, it was Christmas. Everybody can be busy on Christmas. Going to see all the different family members and all that stuff. Man. Yeah, and I meant to say Merry Christmas to a lot of people, but I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of out of it myself. Like I tried to stream a little bit yesterday, and I was just like, nah, I don't got it in me. As soon as my stream kind of failed yesterday, I was just like, yeah, I'm not in it. I'm just gonna let it go. Let it go. All right. Well, you know what? There's not that much viewers on TikTok. I could continue to push it, but you know what? I'll be back. I gotta talk to some people. Okay. Alright, I am back, and we're off TikTok. So, you know what that means. I can drink and vape to my heart's content. Sorry, I just really want to talk to some of my like Discord friends for a second, especially some of them who aren't online as often. I want to go see some of my other friends when I get a chance, but I might take a minute. Alright, so let's look at Shadow ranks. So this next one is 41, 35, 11, 23. Alright, alright, alright. Well, I've done enough, searching. So I'm gonna get back on this thing. We're gonna push to get to Jabral in this stream.
Hey, Callie. You look good, girl. I love your new song, by the way. Hey, Nikki. Okay, so let me state the obvious. We know, Nick, you have a lot of baby mamas, you have a lot of kids, da 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 da. But to end this canyon epidemic, I gotta call someone to do some population control.
Hola, soy Dora. Do you know where Nick's condoms are?
That's so wrong. Let me stop getting distracted. But you ran Uber past 2 days, which may not seem like much, but yeah, no, I get it. Oh no, I get it. Trust me. I know that could be a lot. Like what? A lot of people don't get it. That wait, am I going the right way? Nope, I went too far. No, but I get it because DoorDash, like when you're just constantly door dashing and you're driving around and you're sitting in your car driving around, you get tired. It does a lot more on your body than you think. Like most people don't understand that. That's not me saying that, you know, door dashing is a hard job. I mean, it can be, but like, it's not like I'm not gonna sit there and like say something along the lines of, well, what some streamers have said before, about how streaming is a lot harder than a 9 to 5. That's just rude. But no, but like door dashing can really put some pressure on you. I'll give you that. Uber driving as well, because you're just in your car for long periods of time. trying to get that trying to make that money. Like I know me. Oh yeah, yeah. If you have physical issues, and I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were. Well, I think mom told me about you having some issues with your legs. But yeah, all that is true. What is going on? I keep seeing all these different like snakes. I don't remember the snake, but yeah. If you have any kind of like pain going on, yeah, that can be a factor. You're right. Like I know one thing for sure. Like I am never. I remember. I remember a while back. Like this is like maybe 5 years ago at this point. I was on my way to work. This was before I worked at the current job I work at. I was on my way to work and I'm in the car driving, and all of a sudden I had back pain. Like I mean, sharp back pain. Like I could not function. I had to pull over because I was in such pain, and I was screaming on my way to the emergency room because I just didn't know what was going on. I felt like I was being stabbed in the back, and it was just like either there was like a pinched nerve or there was something going on, and that's what messed me up completely.
Incredible.
And it's hard to drive when you're in pain. But
these are really something.
if you're sitting there like, putting your mind into just driving and all that stuff, you're gonna try to like, deal with the pain as much as possible. But once you get done, oh good lord, all that pain just hits you. And that goes the same with if you have like any kind of physical job. Alright.
New skill.
Could hold off on certain things, but I'm not going to.
Join. Nothing. Item. Nothing.
But no, like a lot of things that you would think wouldn't be like so hard on you, it do become hard on you as you
Detected.
are a lot more
Nothing.
draining than you think.
Gold.
Of course, I got hit. But no, no, no.
Water. Poison.
See, you got poison
Defeated.
because you tried to snake me. The real question is, should I continue getting the ranks in the particular things I'm in? That I don't know.
Item. Nothing. Gold.
But yeah, no, like you have some pain from
Detected. Detected. Detected.
there we go, got them both. Oh man, that's even worse. That might be a monster fight.
We're down.
I was wrong.
Critical. Defeated.
Yeah, and that shit too. But that is bad. Yeah, people don't realize, like, I feel like people, a lot of people don't realize that. I guess I didn't get them both. There, I got them both. I should have used Mo down.
Counter. Defeated.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't realize that, like, you know, if you're a person who like really like has done a lot of physical labor over the years, there's a possibility that you are going to like have issues later on down the line.
Gold. Nothing. Item. Detected.
So
Lost.
what's in here?
Item. Medic.
Yes. Hold on.
Item.
Give me a second. Hold on, Mom. Yeah, I am streaming. I don't need them in here, but okay. I gotta pee anyway. Huh? Well, possibly in the other. Yeah. I gotta put my these shirts and all that stuff up. Yeah, I could definitely see you putting your body through hell over the years. Sorry about that. Had to pee, had to use the restroom, and not only that, but had to change, had to put my clothes in the dryer, and uh, help mom out with some IT problems. Okay, some tech problems, not IT problems. I don't know why I said that, but yeah. But yeah, and I put my body through somehow. Although one thing that has, I mean, especially after the accident, one thing that has been helping is like going to those chiropractic appointments, getting adjusted. What was that last item? Was that a spell? Was that it? Window? No, I don't think so. I'd rather do a combo than anything. There's dirt in your eye. But yeah, a lot of people don't realize that a lot of the reason why a lot of people end up doing Uber or like door dashing or a whole bunch of stuff is so they don't put so much pressure on their already broken bodies. But at the same time, again, it still is some work that you're doing. That's going to end up being very. It is still going to leave you very. Drained or in some pain. Hey, if I don't have to get into any random battles I don't choose to. Come on, come at me. See? Look, you thought you could do something. Well, look what happened to you now. Swing better, swing better. I feel like by the time I get find another monster on the way to fight, I will have already healed up his magic. I gotta know, me personally, with door dashing, in regards to door dashing and also doing my main job, I had burnt myself out for a good minute. There are times where I like one of the reasons why the accident I got into was like a small blessing in disguise is because of the fact that it caused me to literally slow down. Stop putting so much pressure on myself to like do a whole bunch of things. I mean, yeah, there are bills I gotta pay, and DoorDashing could help immensely. Oh, that didn't work. But here I am, I'm sitting here playing a video game, and you know, streaming, chatting, you know, doing a lot more things than I kind of wanted to do. I've been wanting to stream for a good minute. That's the reason why I have my gaming computer that I have that I need to like upgrade. I mean, jeez, come on, CJ, you gotta update it. Really get the best out of it, because there are some games I really want to play that are sometimes like cheaper on Steam than they are on like PS5 or Nintendo Switch, and they're for all, you know, they're obviously for all the systems and, you know, all platforms. Like, I really want to play the nice. I really want to play, like, for instance, I really want to play exactly. We are always trying to do life things, but we aren't actually living. And I would love to live, you know? And I'm pretty sure that's a lot. That's one thing a lot of people have been trying to say for a good minute when it comes to like working. Like, it seems like as soon as you become an adult, especially now, times are tougher than most people would some people don't want to like actually mention, but with the way things are currently, it's just like you wake up and it seems like the only thing that you can do is just work. Like, you don't have time to do much of anything. You don't have time to live. And it sucks, really. You bust your butt going in and out to work. And a lot of people, and I feel like a lot of people assume that if you have a job, you're already making like what? You're making a livable wage. No, sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes, like literally, you are making like, even if you're making what, $18 an hour. Like back in the day, like I know early in the early 2000s, if I was making 18 an hour, that would be the perfect amount. Like I could rent a one bedroom apartment. Exactly. Like I could get a one bedroom apartment in 2004 for $18 a week. $18 an hour. One bedroom apartment, still get food, all the things I need, you know, food, necessities, pay off my uh, essentials, you know, utilities and everything. But now, $18 an hour does not do that. And like as much as I didn't want people to complain about the whole, uh, people to say something along the lines of, oh yeah, well, there needs to be like a higher minimum wage. Exactly. There needs to be a higher minimum wage at like places like McDonald's and all that stuff. You know, I was one of those people that thought that was kind of stupid, but it wasn't stupid. But at the same time, it is kind of when you really think about it, because it shouldn't be about like if you're gonna raise. The problem is if you raise the minimum wage at this point, they're just gonna raise the cost of living, and that's stupid. And I feel like a lot of people are just like, again, a lot of people, a lot of younger kids and all that stuff think they can just ball. They're just gonna be ballers immediately. A lot of people get into the idea of streaming. Don't know a darn thing about like what it takes to have work ethic, you know? Because they think, oh yeah, if I can stream, like, okay, I was a big fan of this one these one YouTubers, who had their thing called Playback. If you know about Playback, it had Low and Agent, and they would do their own like reactionary, you know, commentary. They would have that commentary channel and they would talk about things. But like a lot of people who, especially who make it big on streaming, they all sit there and say, oh yeah, school isn't worth it. Like, what's the point of people going to like college when you're not really getting anything out of it? And I would say there's still a point to college. It's just I would have that there is still a reason for people to go to college. Get an education. You know, get a business degree if you can. Learn the ins and outs. Like a few things that they don't teach you in high school, which I could have, especially with a recent situation I went through, would help so much for some of these kids later on down the line if they were to listen. Know what an interest rate is. Know what predatory interest rates are. You know. Understand how to hold on to your money. Don't be trying to go out for the nearest big thing right off the bat. You know. So many things. Am I going the right way? I think that's a stronger one. Red. See what water sword does. But there's a lot of things. How to balance a checkbook. what is credit and how it works on you and everything that you do, like your car insurance and all, how it affects all this stuff. A lot of people don't learn about that until they're like knee deep in trouble. But yeah, there are a lot of people who think that the second you get, like, there are a lot of people who sit there and tell people to get a job. And some people automatically assume that the second somebody gets a job, that sells it. You can get out of, you're immediately out of debt or something like that the second you get a job. No. How am I supposed to get, like, if I were to get a job, if some of these people were to get a job like everybody wants them to get, okay, will that job afford them the ability to get into an apartment? Not necessarily. In this day and age, if you were to get like the most basic job, a minimum wage job, you know, even if it pays like $13 an hour, you would need to still have roommates. And then you have, and I'm not going to even say this is like a all women type of thing. You'll have some women or some men who would think that if you are not making more than, if you're not making at least 6 figures, you are not a man, or you are not making any money. In a way, they're kind of right, but how can you make 6 figures with the jobs that are available now? That are low, like entry level jobs. Not to mention, there are a lot of people who, let's just be honest. There are a lot of people. Hold on, I gotta say good morning. What the hell? Delete. Oh, you're good. But yeah. Oh, yeah, you're good. Yeah, but a lot of people don't realize that if you don't put it like, for instance, one thing I dislike more so than anything is when businesses take on people and give them the fast track to management. When in my honest opinion, it's smarter to go from with those businesses. It would be smarter if they would just, promote from within. Like, yeah, if like promote from within because one, you got to train these new managers. Like a friend of mine was telling me about her job and how she has to train this like manager trainee, right? And he came from uh a different restaurant. I'm not gonna tell you what kind of which restaurant they're working at because obviously I'm not trying to get people in trouble. Not that I can think that they would like connect me to her because we live in like two different states. But the main focus is no, he worked at a different restaurant, a different franchise in general. Like it wasn't the same franchise. Exactly. Like you would think that a better manager is somebody who understands the customers already, and if they've been working there for a good long period of time, well, guess what? If they don't understand the customers, then there is a problem. There is a serious problem. But if you know your customers, if the manager that you're putting in charge knows their customers, right? Knows how to better help their customers. Guess what? You now have a manager who can dictate that to his employees, and that's great leadership right there. A manager who already knows what's up can essentially knows how the the business works, their customers. Uh, that's that's a better manager overall, in my opinion. But when you hire somebody from like, let's say, I'm going to throw random like fast food restaurants out there. Let's say you throw somebody from Bojangles into the management of a McDonald's. How do you expect that? How do you expect that manager, to really operate effectively? Like you're fast tracking them into being a manager at McDonald's. They don't know how that particular McDonald's works. They don't know policies that y'all might hold, you now have to train them. And in the process, you're getting the person that you probably should have promoted into that manager position. You're taking time from them to like teach this new person how to like run that McDonald's effectively. Which is weird because you should have promoted that person in the first place. Or even worse, when you like take a person from a different company, a different type of restaurant, fast track them into management. Not even fast track them into management, but like fast track them into owning, being the GM of a store. So essentially giving them their own store. And they have 6 weeks to learn all the stuff that involves how to run that particular store. Meanwhile, if you just promote it from within, you could have already got a manager who already knows how things work and rolls and easily slid them into a GM role. Because they already know how the business works. There you go. You just saved a lot of money. You've essentially already been training a GM for a store that entire time. And you know this person's good for it because they're going through, they have been up for promotion multiple times. You probably had them promote from just a regular team member to a team leader, to a shift manager, to an actual store manager. You can get them to a GM to run their own store. They understand how things operate. That you've essentially seen them grow throughout your whole thing, but you're holding them back for some reason. Oh, because you need them at that particular store? Okay, cool. Well, if you need them at that particular store, you want somebody else to take up. Move the GM of that first store over to that new store. And give the current GM the run of the person who should be promoted that little bit of hey, we see what you've been doing. That also helps like company morale at the same time. But every single time that you introduce these people from outsource these roles, these management roles or GM roles, all you're really doing is just like making all these different people who've put so much effort into the stores that you have them working at. You're going to lose them. You think that you're going to hold them, but you're going to lose them. I remember when I was working at Carrabba's. Hold on, I'm gonna hold the game for a little bit, and I'm gonna talk about this. I remember when I was working at Carrabba's, right? And I was working at Carside. One of the things was I was busting my butt to make sure that the manager of Carside understood, like me and him, like I started as a host. I could never finish. I could never pass my. I kept trying to take my menu test, and I could never pass the menu test. Somehow, I ended up getting to Carside, and I understood everything on Carside because they were also implementing delivery at Carrabba's at that time. And this is before they started pushing more for, using DoorDash, like DoorDash, Uber Eats, and all that stuff. It was still slightly in its infancy. But they were pushing towards doing deliveries through Carside at Carrabba's. So I got on because I had no problem doing the delivery thing. And I learned as much as I could from Carside. And I understood how to use the system and everything. Um, and, the Carside manager, I guess you could call him, because he wasn't necessarily a manager just yet, but he was basically in charge of Carside. He was also learning the delivery stuff at the same time. And I made sure to learn it with him so that I could actually keep up. I could help him with all of that. Okay. Oh, so that he can get the thing. And he was definitely getting pushed to be management, and he was going to have me. His initial plan was, considering the fact that one, I was older. Two, I had already I had put all my ducks in the Carabas run, like the other people who had been in Carside for a lot longer. They were some of them were trying to become uh, uh, servers, doing their best to become servers. Some of them, one, few were still in college, and they were going to school, so they had that back and forth thing going on, and others just didn't want to want all that responsibility. I was best choice, and even my seniors of Carside were just like, hey, yeah, I would just definitely, I would have no problem, having him go go up above me at this point, and that was cool. And then when everything went down and he actually became management, uh, that never happened. I didn't get pushed to being in charge of Carside, even though I technically was running Carside. We had nobody running Carside, and I was sitting there here every single time, making deliveries, setting up, uh, trying to help set up um, catering orders, all this stuff. I was doing. I was basically doing everything. I was there in the morning almost till I was there sometimes working hella doubles from like 9 to 10. I barely even had a day off. I was putting effort into it, and I don't have an issue with who they actually chose to run Carside, who to get the particular um, role of Carside that I was trying to go fighting for. I don't have an issue with her. I just have an issue with how everything went down, and it was just the rudest thing in the world. And I did everything to learn that that menu, and I understood the menu. It was just taking a test on it. I hadn't taken a test in over 20 years. Well, not 20 years. In over 10 years at that point. I hadn't taken a legitimate intensive test, which that's how I feel that the thing was, in over 10 years. I wasn't just out of high school. I wasn't still in college. I wasn't still in college level. I was already basically in my 30s at that point. So here you have me trying to learn this, trying to remember how to keep my knowledge in my head for that. But I had full on idea. But if I had a computer in front of me, if I had the actual system, the POS system that we were using in front of me, I had that thing on lock. I knew exactly. Oh yeah, well you want this, 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 this. You are aware that it has a gluten, so there is some gluten allergens. Do you want the gluten free part? I understood all that stuff, but I just didn't understand. And I understood allergens and all that stuff. What you might be allergic to. Okay, you are allergic to shrimp. Cool, got you. Instead of getting this particular item, I would go for the chicken item. Oh, you're allergic to this? Oh yeah, you don't want this. How about you go for this? It was that kind of situation. But I remember at one point, uh, all of us at Carside had uh had this idea that the best person to, because we had already gotten a friend of mine, Kara, she ended up becoming a car side attendant and delivery driver. Exactly. And not only that, but I also knew like they eventually got two other hosts who could drive, who were of driving age, who were 18 and all that stuff, to kind of go back and forth car side. Now, my proprietor at the time, he was so sure that this particular girl, one particular girl, should be at car side in general. But me and the other people were like, no, this other girl, the other girl who's at the host stand, should be on car side more so. And, you put this person. And I remember one of my managers saying that, oh, we can't have her go car side because she's our best host. Okay, cool, she's your best host, but she's also not making any kind of money. She needs to be over here more so than anything. The other girl, she is going to flake a lot more than you think. If you truly think that this is your best host, you need to you need to help her make more money. And the best way to help her make more money, because what if she finally decides to take her menu test? She's gonna be trying to learn to be a server, so you can't have her as a host anymore. This way, you can still have her as a host. She can still do hosting shifts every once in a while if they really need it. But you need to put more pressure on her being on car side. Let her be car side. Eventually, it led to, I would say, the great, uh, a complete and utter like fail of car side, in my opinion, of management in general. Because I remember it got to November, it got close to Thanksgiving. They were trying to set up these catering orders and all that stuff. Exactly, making it worth their asset. Well, eventually, she realized there wasn't going to be any kind of movement over to car side. The other girl flaked, like I said, like I already knew she would. Like all of us knew she would. She barely even showed up to work. She was barely ever there, and you have her coming in to take money, and you could have had this person who was so willing to do the delivery and was willing to put in the effort. You had that whole thing happen. Then you also had one of our best people at Carside, our best bagger. The only other person who should have been like in charge of Carside besides myself, who I would say was in charge of Carside besides myself, she was already helping people out and learning how to do like how to bag items and all that stuff. She was there, and she would end up doing driving if we needed her to. But she already had everybody else on there. You had her. She's going to school hours away, back up in Kennesaw, and you had her. She was so busy that she ended up having like she had a mental breakdown. She couldn't come into work, and because she didn't show up a couple weekends in a row, well, guess what? Instead, you fired her. And that really also brought down the morale of the people on car side. Not to mention the fact that we're sharing tips. We're sharing the car side tips between four to five people. Not only that, but you also had a young woman who was still in high school that you decided to put in car side because her mother is one of the bartenders that you have a good work relationship with. But you put her at car side instead of putting her host in, which is what she wanted to do. And so she's a teenager in car side, and we can't really use her for anything because she's not doing a good job of taking orders, and she's not doing a good job of helping the bag. She just wants to like be able to sit and talk to her friends and do like small little things here and there. That's what she wanted to do. She wanted to be on the host stand, but no. You have her in car side where she's not really contributing the most, and we didn't need her at car side. She needed to be at the host stand. She would have been more effective at host stand, but no, that's not how it goes. So you had everybody doing that. Uh, there were so many things that was just the wrong way to go about it, and yet it led to uh like I said, you fired one girl. The girl that I told you should have been at Carside, she ends up quitting just shy of Thanksgiving. So we're already low on people, and I was having enough of it because I wasn't making enough money. You pretty much skipped me for a whole bunch of things that you basically had promised me, and hence the reason why I put more effort into the work I was doing. But here you have you calling me on my days off. Like I like my 2 days off of the week. You're calling me to come in on a day off that I had, working the close, making sure that your car side doesn't break because that's what you've done. So I stuck it out for a whole another month, okay, just to make sure that Carside was good over the holidays. Because if I had left when I wanted to, the second you're fired, our our best girl, two, you fired one and you caused the other one to quit. Yeah, I was gonna, I was ready to go. I made sure that my who I like to call my protege was doing wonders because she stepped up. I made sure she was good to go. I made sure my friend Kara was good to go. She was already in her like her move to serving. So that was another person that you kind of cut off from us and all that stuff. So if you had listened to me and put certain people in place to make up for certain other people going off to be in the server, Carside would have been grand. But it eventually led to me just going like, yeah, I'm done. And in December, as soon as I think it was like I think it was the Sunday before New Year's, I was just like, you know what? Because I already had a second job at that point. I was just like, I literally put in a day notice. I was like, okay, after today, I wrote down and put it in the drawer. After today, I no longer work here. I quit. Have a good day. And I put it in before, as soon as I got my tips, and I walked out the door, and I was just like, yeah, I'm done. I couldn't. I'm not gonna keep putting all this effort in when all you're doing is just completely and messing up everything. You had a manager, like you didn't even need a manager at Carside to help out with deliveries. I had that thing down. Y'all had all these different managers come in and like they're sitting there like besides like the previous Carside manager. You know all these different managers trying to figure out how to do the work, and I'm sitting there like, I just need your code. You got your code? Type your code? Okay, cool. Okay, we're done. Let's go. Had everybody already going. Had delivery drivers. I didn't even have to go out delivery. But if it got to the point where we had more deliveries and we had not that many orders going out, I would be like, okay, let me get my car. I'm gonna drive this delivery and then come back. Okay, I got this situated. I already know that we got these people in here. They got this covered. This person can't drive right now, so we got this covered. Go. I was out. Oh, you're gonna be here to just sit there and do nothing while you could easily be all around the rest of the restaurant. I got it. I'm gonna go out and deliver this order. All right. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there. I kind of went off on there.
What is this? These aren't monsters.
These murals are alive too. Or should I say, they are engaged in living. Incredible.
How strange. Did the ancients paint these as well?
How's it going?
It popped.
Hey there, what's your name?
Clue?
Kluk. Neato, what a lovely name. Hey, come
Yeah,
on, everyone.
sometimes
We
you need
got
an event, but I
visitors
mean
for the
that's how
first
I
time
feel
in
about like
ages.
when you bring in random people,
Them all.
and when you don't listen to the people who have actually been there for a good minute, who understand how your business works. Ooh.
Nothing.
Oh, excuse me.
Metal.
Like when you fail to see fail to acknowledge the hard work your people do, you lose people. You lose good people who can keep your business afloat, who do wonders for your business. So I quit. I quit even almost quite immediately. What's this? Okay. Like if you lose those people, you losing your business. And like, I mean, I'm glad I did because shortly afterwards, uh, uh, COVID happened. It would have been a lot worse. And they also decided to go from um, having delivery drivers and went straight to people just being his car size, just normal car side. And
Join.
before I joined, before we got delivery. And they cut out the pizzas, which sucks. I thought the pizzas are kind of good. And then, you know, they no longer have the old proprietor anymore. They had a new proprietor by that point. So there's these items stores. You know, it's just certain things that just doesn't make any sense when you know what's going on. She could use it. Took Marmar. You can use that. She doesn't need that. Necklace. So it'll lower his magic defense. For hers. Yeah, so they're into crap. Just give him like, more MP. Oh, shoot. I forgot. Okay, so. Her Marmar could use that one, and he could use that ring. But Nicholas, I'll get one just to be on the safe side. You know, they might need to use it. File. Whew, I think I've calmed down a little bit. Oh, crazy. But yeah, there's just so much. It could have been done better, in my opinion.
Join.
Mystery Part Alpha. Hold on. I'm gonna go to this room, I think.
Join. 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 Join.
So I have to if I remember correctly, I have to absolutely interact with each of them. Each of the cats. Alright, let's go. I don't think there were any cats in there. Let's speed through. Level 3 anchor spell. I could use that. I don't think there's any like cat murals in there. We'll go to the first room. Whew. No, but that whole situation angered me a lot when I worked there. That's 2. And oh, it's right there. I think there was only one in there. Let's really double check and make sure there's not another one in here. Oh, there is one. There you go.
Join.
That's 3. Pretty sure I didn't count that one. Before. Continue on. Checking here. 2. 4.
Join.
This is the one I was trying to count.
Join. Item. Join.
I am counting this guy. 6.
Join.
7. 8.
Item.
Pretty sure I counted all 8 of them, but let's just be on the safe side. Let's figure this out. But yeah. Like, I can tell you right now, the more you overlook people you shouldn't overlook, the more of a possibility you are going to, it's going to lead to low morale. Okay. Did I do it right? Okay, cool. I did it right. Alright, but let's go back. Let's continue on. Not go back. Go back to the beginning. Anyways,
Item.
part of Eterna engine, and of course, I got the rest of these. Oh no,
Item.
I'm not trying to count those cats again. Those mural cats again. Jiggle physics. Magic attack. Need to boost up his. But yeah. Need to say, like, if there's any like owners of businesses out there, pay attention to your people.
Gold.
Respect your people. Pay attention to the ones who are actually putting work in. If you're one of those managers who
Join.
whew. 2 hours in, goodness gracious. Do I have the energy to continue? Yes, I do. Have the will. I'm pretty sure I'm almost at the convoy. Alright, here's what we'll do. I am going to continue on until I get to the world map. Save, and then we're going to get all the way until that, and I'm going to take a longer break. Okay, I'm going to take a long break. A long break. After that during that long break, I expect there to be more viewers. Well, that'd be kind of weird, sitting there, I'm not talking to anybody. All right, let's do this. Oh, were y'all watching at all? Was I still on this? I'm bad. That's my fault. Let's get back to the game. Oh yeah. Oh my B. My B. Let's rock this. There we go. Let's run the gauntlet. Let's do this thing.
Item. Nothing. Nothing. Hold. Nothing.
Gotcha. I guess it's better to like focus on like main things first. Oof.
Join. Playable. Detected.
Did it just try to run?
Defeated.
Why is it for sale? Well, no, that's stupid. Why does it make you sad? Because you want to own a food truck or something? Or the food truck trailer? I got you. I got you. True. I got you. I got you. Sorry, I was also like responding to a message from a friend who was wondering about things. You know, like for me, okay, so there's something I should say. So for me, when it comes down to it, I took a break. A lot of things have not been going right for me, and I just felt like I needed to take a break from certain things, relationship-wise. Like, I didn't want to get into no relationship unless I knew for a fact I was going to be. Unless I knew for a fact I could put all the effort I can into it. I need to get my stuff together. I need to get my finances together. I got so many other things I need to focus on besides like a relationship.
Item detected.
And at some point, this one girl was kind of interested. Well, I told her up front, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. And she also lives out of town, and I can't really get out of town as easy as most people. I mean, she lives all the way in Texas. And I would love to meet her in person, but you know, it's rough out here. This may not have been the best time for us to meet, to you know, be introduced to each other or be interested. Oh no, I feel like I keep messing up those situations. lose the poison status, but I'd rather raise that. I think I was gonna give him the silver ring or the mithril ring. Yep. There you go. This one necklace. How does MP go down just a little bit? Isn't too bad. 288, 210. I feel like I should give her this one. Yeah, I should get rid of that.
Nothing.
Yeah, but I explained to like most of the people on my Discord. It seemed like that Discord was more about, you know, everybody kind of finding people, introducing each other to each other, and all that stuff. But
Nothing.
I wasn't ready for a relationship. And I told everybody, and maybe it, you know, it obviously wasn't going to work out anytime soon because distance and all that stuff. I'm still trying to find myself after the last relationship kind of failed.
Item.
Didn't work out the way I was hoping for it to work out.
Item.
I didn't even know I had those. Oh, I don't. Shuttle crystal. If I had the Jabral earrings, well, I feel like I could have easily found the Jabral earrings before I got to that thing.
Hold. Nothing.
And it's not like, and I'm, you know, I'm obviously not going to try to lead somebody on because I don't want that happening to me, but
Detected.
I feel like I did kind of lead her on. I don't know. Yeah, if you're not ready or aren't sure, I'm sorry. It's the better thing not to do anything about it. Well, let people know at least. Don't lead anybody on. But yeah. So another friend on my Discord was asking me about it. I was trying to explain to her like what was going on because so many things were. I mean, they all know about like my accident. They know about my They know about the accident. They know I've been trying to get my finances straight.
Nothing.
I've been trying to figure out ways to like go on all the different like trips that we've all been planning, but you know, you can only do so much. Like, I remember, like what? It was around August. August I had plans to like try to, no, it was July. July I was trying to make plans to go to go to North Carolina. Oh, for a vacation in September, like the end of August, first week of September. I had plans to do all that, and I was setting up I was trying to get my uh my finances right to do so. I was trying to do a whole bunch of things. And then all of a sudden July hits and I start having car issues. And they don't get like figured out like right off the bat. They just kind of, it was like once I got one issue,
Item.
another issue would happen, or I would feel like I wasn't going to be able to really afford to drive all the way up to North Carolina
Gold.
with the money I had left, you know?
Item.
Half the reason why I got so behind with a whole bunch of stuff because of that whole situation
Detected.
that went down.
Detected.
Anyways, so I had to cancel that trip. And it's one of those moments where it's like, I felt like no matter what I did, it just seemed like everything was going against me being able to get out of Georgia. Like if it involved me going outside of Georgia, well, sorry, but you can't go. Sorry. Like imagine if I tried to like make a trip to Texas. It wasn't like I was gonna get on a plane. I wanted to go to Vegas in February, but that was gonna cost me that would have cost me a lot. I don't know. I guess some people expect you to put a whole bunch of effort into it, but when you're not, like, I'm sorry, but if me and you were talking, if I was ready for a relationship and me and you were talking a lot on the phone and all that stuff, I would most certainly do, but I don't like talking to people on the phone. That's one. Two, exactly. Well, that's not it. That's not the only thing. It's like, it'd be one thing if me and you were talking for a good minute, right? We've been talking, right? We had already spent time here, and then you end up having to move to Texas or something like that. Yeah, of course. We've already established our relationship at that point, and I can actually view myself going to Texas. But what if I go to Texas and me and you don't mix well. And it's just like I'm there for nothing. Or not that. That's stupid. That's stupid, CJ. I don't even know why I said it like that. It's more like it would be expensive no matter what. You're right. And this economy is way too expensive. But that's not even the only thing. It's more like I feel like that's stupid, but at the same time, long distance relationships hardly ever work. Sure, I could put the effort into it, but sure, I could put the effort into it, but you know. And that's not even me saying that I'm like one of those people who gets on the whole I have to be near you, I don't trust you type thing, you know. You know, the thing that red pillars love to talk about, you know what I mean? What red sphere love to talk about. I don't have an issue with like having like trusting people and all that stuff. Well, okay, I guess I kind of do. I don't have antitrust issues. It's more like I don't want to put my all in just for you to be like, hey, yeah, well, I found somebody else. If you're gonna find somebody else, right? While me and you aren't really pushing things. And that's one thing that happened. I'm not doing that again.
Item.
I feel like I should have opened that. I should have went to that. Oh. Okay.
Join. Join.
I don't know.
Item. Item. Detected.
I wasn't going back across that ridge. I feel like I did certain things the wrong way. Because I think I was supposed to get like a certain earring, and I failed to get the right version of the earring. I screwed up. But you know what? Things happen. Things like this happen. And you know what? We just continue on. We move on. We keep it moving. gonna get this.
Item.
Feel like I need to go back up. Wait, did I get that shabby book already? Don't look like it.
Detected.
Come at me, bro.
Dead.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Detected.
Yeah, I got distracted. I definitely got distracted. All I had to do was just wait for one little second.
Item.
I feel stupid now. Cause that Jabral earring could have been even better.
Detected.
About a Warthog spell. Turn that rock poo into soft poo.
Defense.
Mow down that first line. Oh yeah, that's how it goes. Mushy poo. Oh god, that sounds so long. Ah. Relationships are a little bit just off for me right now because of the fact that one, I'd rather have my own place, and I don't have my own place anymore. I'm
Item.
living at mom's again.
Control.
Two, well, I feel like there's three. Well, I guess I'm only fighting two now. Well, one now. But anyways, you know, relationships right now, it's just a little bit hard for me because I don't want to, I know it's not a lot of women, but I know plenty of women these days, they don't want to be dating no guy who's living in his mom's house. It's a rarity. If I do find them.
New skill.
I also don't have a car at the moment, so and I don't want to be one of those type of guys, you know, who doesn't have a car, and you know he's trying to later to come hang out with them or something like that, drive them all around. If that seems sexist, that you know I don't mean it to sound sexist, but yeah, it is what it is. I know there are plenty of women who would have no issue dating a man they have to go pick up. I get that, but it's just not the case with me. And I'm perfectly alright with that. Like, I get that I'm just not in a good position right now today. And, like, I get it, a few years ago, I probably would have been depressed about it, but I'm not anymore. I just know I got it. I'm working on my foundation. If I don't have my foundation in place, then how am I supposed to be able to bring somebody else into that? Don't get me wrong, I would love to build with somebody, but you know, there are certain things that need to go down before that can actually be a viable thing. Why am I not getting access to Xbox Live? Nah, I'll worry about it later. It's not like I need to be connected to Xbox Live right now. There's no need. It's just a want. But yeah. No, like... I'm sure I'll be in a relationship at some point. But I'm not gonna rush it. I'm not gonna push it. I'm just gonna live life and have fun until then. That's literally the best any of us can do. Just live life right now. And if it does work out that you meet somebody who has no problem sharing your life with you, then there it goes. Exactly. When the time is right, it'll happen. And that's my mindset now. All those other times when I kept trying to push for it, kept trying to look for it, it just didn't work out. It's not like I'm behind for now. I don't see myself as behind. I see myself as finally getting to that point where I can... Oh God, that scared me. Oh goodness. Sorry, I haven't charged up these headphones in a minute, and it just randomly said charge complete loud as heck in my ear, and it freaked me out. Scared the crap out of me. Yeah, you notice these headphones are connected through USB. Like, usually I have them with the usual like headphone jack into my into my speakers for my computer, but this time I decided to use this because I feel like you can get my voice a lot easier, and I'm not far away from the mic because my mic is like right here, like much closer to the computer. Well, to my monitor. One of my monitors, well, both my monitors technically. Usually I have it like right here at the edge of the desk so I can sit there and be like, hey. But now I'm more like, I'd rather do this whole little thing. You can hear my voice. I can hear the game through this screen, and I'm not listening to the game from my TV. So I can just really focus. And I know exactly if y'all can hear perfectly, and well, I could monitor my own voice, but I don't want to. Okay, cool. Learn level 3 reflect. Bells. I guess I should look at spell books. See what I learned. It'll probably in barrier. Yep, reflect. Reflect magic spells. Nice. Yeah, so I decided I'm using the headphones a little bit more. Okay. I usually don't like using headphones, but what can you do? Well, I can do a lot of things, but you know, I'm just a man who enjoys certain comfort. You're not fighting again, because you've already given me all the things I need from you. So now it's time for me to go down. Did I go too far? Yeah, I went too far.
Detected.
No more.
Lost.
I need your XP. Let's go down this bridge. And you see, you don't even mess with the field. Barrier. Stop dancing. Anyways.
Critical. Defeated.
Anyways. No new skill.
Lost.
Lost. Alright, is there another... See?
Lost. Detected.
You're not getting hit by the field, so therefore I don't want to fight you.
Lost. Item. Item.
There we go.
Gold. Nothing. Gold.
I'm out. I'm almost out. It's almost over.
Gold.
Huh? I'm out of the Mineral Valley.
There's the road to Jabral.
The road
Let's
to
get down there.
Jabral.
Hopefully we got ahead of them.
Playable. Nothing.
I don't know. It's like
Gold. Nothing.
besides, I take relationship very seriously.
Gold.
If I'm in a relationship, I take it very seriously because all the other times I tried to get into relationships, I dropped. I failed them.
What is it?
There's no sign that anyone's come by here.
Then maybe Grandpa and everyone haven't been here yet.
Probably not.
Been in
Because I think
technically
this is the
3
only route it would
relationships.
take
Well,
to get
2
to Jabral.
relationships technically,
But what if you're
because
wrong?
you know I count both times I
We
dated
have
that
to
one
think
girl as one
positive.
relationship.
What should we do? We might meet up with them if we doubled back toward the village.
Right. We really need to find them.
Okay, let's go! Say, what does your grandpa look like anyway?
Forget it. Just follow me, all right?
Gotcha!
Mario is so funny.
Join.
Alright. Okay, Mural Town done. How many spaces do I got? I got 30. Cool. And where am I at right now? 17? Oh, that's not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. I've been doing great. Alright. What's this way? That leads back to Mural. There we go. Alrighty.
Playable.
He will learn.
Nothing.
Feel barrier magic. What just happened? Did my stream just drop? Alright, hold on. Can y'all hear me? Alright. I don't know what happened, but I'm working on it right now. Like everything just stopped working randomly. Capture card. My capture card is no longer showing up again? What? Alright. Alright, give me a second, people. I know you can see my face, but you can't see the game. Which is weird. This already happened once. Alright, give me a second, I'll be right back. Bruh, everything just kinda went Alright, so we're gonna have to end the stream right now because oh, yeah, we're gonna have to end the stream right now because I don't know what's going on with my capture card. My capture card just all of a sudden like the USB connection of it cut out on my computer. So um yeah, until I can figure that out, I might have to restart my computer. But you know, I've been streaming for about 3 hours now, so I think it's good. It's a good time to end the stream. My bad. No, it's just weird. Like I didn't mean to scare the mess out of you, but yeah, it's just weird because like obviously I kind of jacked up my computer, but why do I have? Why does it seem like the thing changed?